A Chinese national has been arrested in Houston by the FBI for spying on the U.S. Navy. This is Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into Wednesday. Here's a fun fact for you. Not only are we halfway through the week, but today marks the halfway point in the year. I'm honored you're spending part of it with the Texas Minute. Let's get into the news. You can file this first story under maybe he didn't get the hint. Less than a year after losing his bid to unseat U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, Democrat Cullen Allred is launching another campaign, this time setting his sights on Texas's other Senate seat. Allred is seeking the Democrats' nomination for the U.S. Senate seat currently held by Republican John Cornyn. Mr. Cornyn, of course, is being challenged in the GOP primary by Attorney General Ken Paxton. Just 7 months ago, voters rejected Allred by a margin of 53 to 45. Now, Allred is unlikely to get a free pass for the Dems nomination. Former U.S. Representative Robert Beto O'Rourke of El Paso and State Representative James Tallarico of Austin are also said to be exploring bids for the seat. When the One Big Beautiful Bill pushed by the Trump administration passed the U.S. Senate yesterday, it did so without a controversial provision that had been inserted by the House. Specifically, senators removed a provision that would have stopped states from regulating artificial intelligence and even undone protections that were already in law. Republican State Senator Angela Paxton of McKinney sent a letter to Texas's John Cornyn and Ted Cruz asking them and their colleagues to remove that prohibition, quote, in the spirit of federalism. She highlighted the Texas Responsible Artificial Intelligence Governance Act that was designed to encourage the development of AI in the state while allowing lawmakers to explore how to best regulate AI to protect the privacy of Texans. With that OBBB provision removed, Texas's law can move forward. 36 GOP lawmakers are asking Governor Greg Abbott to add legislation protecting minors from sexually explicit materials in public libraries to the agenda of this special session. Leading that effort is Republican State Representative Daniel Alders of Tyler. During the regular session, he authored legislation that would have required municipal public libraries to move sexually explicit content out of sections for children and to keep minors from checking out such materials without parental consent. While the measure passed the House with bipartisan support, it died in the Senate. As you might recall, only governors can add topics of legislation to be considered during a special session. The special session that he has called will begin on July 21st. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
Two Chinese nationals have been arrested and are charged with acting as illegal agents of the People's Republic of China after allegedly conducting surveillance operations targeting U.S. Navy personnel and military facilities. One of the suspects is Lyrene Ryan Lay, who was arrested in Houston. According to a federal affidavit unsealed in the Northern District of California, the two men worked under the direction of a Chinese intelligence officer with the Ministry of State Security, or MSS. The men allegedly took covert photos of U.S. military personnel and facilities, including naval installations in Washington and California. The affidavit also reveals that the MSS also directed the suspects to identify and monitor Chinese military defectors residing in the United States. You can find the details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons, Addie Hovland, Aaron Anderson, and Joseph Trimmer. If you enjoyed the Texas Minute, please give us a rating. If you have time, leave a review. This helps others find the show, and it gives us feedback to make it better. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.